Some Disney World tricks we stumble upon as a happy little accident, and some we learn the hard way. But no matter which way we figured them out, we're bringing them to you in today's DFB video. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. So while the DFB team and I have been visiting Disney World for years and years and years now, decades, we still discover new tricks and tips all the time. So today we're gathering all the latest ones we've come across within the past few months to help you during your next big Disney World vacation. And speaking of your next Disney World vacation, if you want even more guidance when it comes to planning out your trip before you go, be sure to scan the QR code you see on the screen now or head to disneyfoodblog.com/disneyplans to download our totally free DFB Disney World planning worksheets. First up, let's talk about how to handle the technology glitches. So, technology can be your greatest strength in Disney World and your greatest weakness. The near unsolvable Disney World problems all lead back to one common thread. And no, that's not being a crotchety old lady about how things used to be done back in my day, because I really do like having the free My Disney Experience app at my disposal to hold all my key reservations and park plans. And yet, when this technology glitches, it can mess with your entire day. It could glitch and attempt to erase your dining reservations, or it could prevent you from making any more lightning lane selections, or maybe it flat out refuses to link your Magic Band to your account. Or maybe the entire app crashes, stripping you from all your Disney plans entirely. This really stinks. Unfortunately, there's not usually a whole lot you can do if the My Disney Experience app isn't working. Generally, you just have to wait it out and hope that everything returns to normal as soon as possible. However, we have learned a thing or two from our personal experiences with MDE glitches, and I'd like to pass down the wisdom we learned against our will to you. First and foremost, if you're at a Disney World hotel or at one of the parks, you should head to guest services or track down the nearest cast member immediately when the thing kind of decides to have a temper tantrum. They might know what's going on and be able to help fix the problem for you. Make sure you take plenty of screenshots on your phone when you run into trouble. You want to have some examples of the problem you're experiencing to help explain things a little better. Plus, never hurts to have some proof that the system is the problem and it's not user error. By the way, when it comes to screenshots, take screenshots of all of your booked experiences as well, just so you can prove you have them. If all else fails, know that there can always be a plan B. Things aren't working out, just take a page out of your GPS's book and recalculate. You may have to rope drop your park day instead of relying on Disney Genie Plus to help you skip over the lines, or you can join a walk-up wait list for a table service restaurant when they're available, or you can do things the old-fashioned way when ordering at a quick service and actually stand in the physical line instead of using the mobile order feature. Sure, your plan B may not be ideal, but it could still help you get the job done when technology lets you down. Now, this next one is really fun, especially if you have a little kid who really, really loves Aladdin and Jasmine. The fact that this specific character interaction exists in Magic Kingdom and nobody seems to know about it blows my mind. If you want a chance to experience a magical moment right at the start of your day, you'll need to rope drop Magic Kingdom and head straight to the magic carpets of Aladdin. I know, shocks me to say that too.
But it seems that Aladdin and Jasmine enjoy showing up here in the morning to take flight on their very own magic carpet, just like in the movie.
This isn't the cutest thing ever, I don't know what is. Admittedly, you probably still don't want to rope drop magic carpets of Aladdin if you want to hit up the biggest rides at the park before they get too terribly crowded, like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Space Mountain, Peter Pan's Flight. Not to mention, Aladdin and Jasmine may occasionally decide to hang back at the palace instead of going out on their daily morning carpet ride, so this could be a bit of a gamble rather than a guarantee. But if you've been to Magic Kingdom before and you're looking for a way to shake things up a little bit, starting your day in Adventureland could transform into a seriously cool memory. Now, let's talk about Epcot's brand new attraction, Journey of Water, inspired by Moana. It's now open at Epcot, finally. What we've learned from our short period of time with this experience so far is that everyone's water-filled journey can vary greatly. Journey of Water is a walk-through attraction where you'll venture through a lush exploration trail and play with magical living water while also learning about the importance of the natural water cycle and preserving water as a resource. It's edutainment at its finest, which means you're going to see a lot of water everywhere you turn. However, that doesn't mean you're forced to get soaked while exploring this new trail. If you want to get wet, you can, and you will have plenty of opportunity to do so. But if not, there are ways to avoid it. You choose the level with which you interact with water. In fact, if you decide you don't want to get wet at all, you can still experience a lot of the fun even on the dry side of things. Whatever you decide, it's still a good idea to bring some water-friendly shoes to this one, even if you go into the attraction thinking you don't want to get soaked at all, because you just might end up caving anyway from the fear of missing out. Now, if you don't want to get wet at all, just choose the dry side. Each section that has a water feature that can get you wet also has a dry side next to it, so just choose those. All right, this is probably my favorite part of this whole video, and we're only on point 4. So flashback to several years ago when I first fell head over heels for a pile of piping hot fries loaded with pulled pork, plastic cheese, and barbecue sauce at Flame Tree Barbecue in Animal Kingdom. They were everything I wanted them to be: cheesy and salty and potato-y and smoky and dreamy. That was the dish that I went to get on my birthday when I was in Animal Kingdom. They were just my favorite. But then they left the Flame Tree menu and I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye. However, like all good love stories, that wasn't the end of ours. On October 11th, Disney dropped a whole bunch of new snacks, but they weren't fooling me. I saw my old pulled pork fry friend in the lineup there, and my heart began to soar once more. No, seriously. I sent a message to our editors at DFB and I said, y'all, the day has come. Now, you can find the French fries with pulled pork and cheese under the sides option on the Flame Tree Barbecue menu for $8.49, and they are still amazing. They haven't changed them at all. You're going to love them. Now, we know there are so many great snacks across all of Disney World, from savory to sweet and smoky to sour even. So how do you choose what you want to order without blowing your whole snack budget on day one? Well, we've got you covered. The DFB team and I have reviewed nearly every snack available inside the Disney World bubble, and we've written a series of DFB guides about them. Check out our DFB Guide to Walt Disney World Dining plus Snacks bundle over at dfbstore.com, and you can get all the details you need to plan your snacking and spending. And be sure to type in the code YouTube to save some money before you check out. If you're getting the Disney Dining Plan, these are super, super useful because don't forget, you get all those snack credits with the Disney Dining Plan. It makes a lot of sense to look through all of them and make good decisions before you even go. Park hopping is about to be way better. It's about time, right? Disney announced that beginning January 9th, 2024, all-day park hopping will be returning to its former glory. Anyone who's got a park ticket with park hopper capabilities or an annual pass will be able to visit another theme park at any time of day during park hours instead of having to wait to park hop until after 2 p.m. The 2 p.m. park hopping rule was originally put in place thanks to the Park Pass reservation system, but since park resis are also going away for most guests on January 9th, there's really no need for those park hopper restrictions anymore. So once January 9th rolls around, if you want to start your day in Magic Kingdom but take the monorail over to Epcot just a few minutes later, you can do that. Note, while Park Pass reservations are going away for most guests, they'll still be in place most of the time for annual pass holders and certain non-dated tickets, unless stated otherwise. But pass holders will still be able to take advantage of the Park Hopper updates too. They just have to make sure they're scanning into the park they made a reservation for first. After that, they can hop wherever they want. Now this just in, Disney's Animal Kingdom is finally joining the late night club, and it's all thanks to extended evening hours. So extended evening hours allow guests who have booked a room in one of Disney World's deluxe hotels to spend up to 2 hours in select theme parks on select evenings after they close to the rest of the public. That means fewer crowds, shorter lines, and the magic of being able to hang out in that park at night. Previously, we've only seen extended evening hours for Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios, but just recently Disney went ahead and gave Animal Kingdom its first taste of extended evening hours too. That means Disney World Deluxe Hotel guests can have Animal Kingdom all to themselves from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on November 8th and 22nd and December 4th and 28th, and we're assuming this is only the beginning of many, many other extended evening hours to come. Just keep in mind that animal trails and Kilimanjaro safaris will not be open during these extended hours, since the animals are getting ready for bed by then. Okay, so there's a right time to get in line for rides, and there's a wrong time. And then there's a very, very wrong time that you're going to want to avoid at all costs. So here's a handful of Disney World rides and the times you won't want to get in line for them. First, Flight of Passage at Rope Drop. You might think you're getting ahead of the Flight of Passage line by getting to Animal Kingdom right when the park opens, but guess what? Everyone else is going to have the same idea as you because Flight of Passage is the most popular ride in the park. Instead, you may want to wait to jump in line for this one toward the end of your day and use that early morning time to hit up any other rides in the park that'll have little to no wait since everyone else is going to be piled into Pandora. Second, Tron Light Cycle Run in the morning. Unfortunately, you don't have a whole lot of control over what time you can ride Tron in Magic Kingdom just yet, since the virtual queue system will just give you a boarding group number and you'll have to return to the ride within the hour whenever your number is finally called. However, Tron is a ride that was meant for the dark. That glowing grid is impressive once the sun goes down and makes the ride 10 times better. If you want to guarantee a Tron ride through at night, you can always pay for an individual lightning lane where you'll be able to choose the return time you prefer instead of gambling on a return time with the free virtual queue system. And if you're able to participate in a late night Magic Kingdom event like extended evening hours for deluxe resort guests only, or one of the separately ticketed parties, then you'll have one extra chance to enter into the virtual queue for a later time in the evening to align with party or event hours, giving you a better chance of climbing aboard a light cycle post-sunset. Third on our list, so many Hollywood Studios rides in the afternoon. A lot of rides in Disney World will get longer and longer lines as the day progresses. While the other three parks usually have those B-tier rides you can depend on when lines are looking too long for the more popular stuff, Hollywood Studios is a park filled with A-tier attractions, or E-ticket attractions, meaning ride lines get long everywhere by the afternoon. It's best to get an early start in Hollywood Studios if you want to try bypassing the thick of the ride lines, and even better to use your early theme park entry here to get you into the park 30 minutes before it officially opens, which is available for all Disney hotel guests. When the afternoon approaches, you can use that busier ride time hour to check out one or maybe even all of the Hollywood Studios live shows like Beauty and the Beast, Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular, or Frozen Sing-Along Celebration. Then, when evening rolls around and people are looking to grab a bite for dinner or preparing to get in line for the Fantasmic show, this is when you can start getting in those lines again for potentially shorter waits. Now, apparently there is a better, more efficient way to put on sunscreen to keep us from getting burnt to a crisp while wandering the parks, and I am not joking. This is very important. You can use the traditional sunscreen lotion as opposed to the powder or spray. Some of you may not want to hear that, but studies are starting to come out about how much more effective sunscreen lotion is over all the other varieties out there. The FDA requires that sunscreen, no matter what type, needs to be tested after 2 milligrams per square centimeter of product. 2 milligrams of powder sunscreen or spray sunscreen are not the same as 2 milligrams of sunscreen lotion. Like, do you know how much powder sunscreen you'd have to apply to get 2 milligrams per square centimeter on your skin? You'd be looking like a permanent Tower of Terror resident or the 1,000th member of Haunted Mansion's Happy Haunts. As for spray sunscreen, you'd need to be glistening and basically dripping with product for it to help. Powder and spray sunscreen can still be good, but if you're looking for the most effective sunscreen out there that won't require you to reapply every 15 minutes, you're going to be better off sticking with the OG lotion. Take this from our DFB team, who has gotten a lot of sunburns. Now, let's talk Starbucks rewards. Because the Starbucks locations you find in the parks aren't legit Starbucks storefronts and instead they just supply you with the caffeinated goods, your Starbucks stars that you earn after each Starbucks purchase that can be redeemed for discounts or free items won't work here. And yet, there's still a sneaky way to keep on earning Starbucks stars even inside the parks so you can use those stars when you get back home. Here's how it works. First, make sure you have the Starbucks app and load up a digital gift card to it. You can do this by purchasing a physical gift card and transferring into the app, or by sending yourself a digital gift card through the Starbucks website. Keep in mind that Starbucks locations inside the parks don't sell gift cards, so you'll have to have them prepared ahead of time. Once you've got an account set up, you can start earning rewards. The simplest way to use the system is by paying for your Starbucks purchase with your digital gift card within the app, where you'll earn 2 stars for every dollar spent. If you prefer, you can also link a credit or debit card to the app and pay that way too. When you use this payment method, you'll earn 1 star for every dollar spent. Both methods work in the parks, but you'll earn double the stars if you use a digital gift card. Sneaky, right? You may not be able to redeem these stars inside the parks, but you can still redeem them at the Starbucks locations inside of Disney Springs, since both of those are legit Starbucks storefronts. So if you're planning on heading to a Starbucks location inside the parks soon, make sure you've got your app prepared to start earning rewards. Now, you may not want to eat Disney food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day of your trip because, as you're probably already well aware, that adds up real fast. So if your hotel room has a small kitchenette or kitchen, you may want to invest in some groceries to prep food back in the room and help save money. Orlando's got several grocery stores in the nearby area that you can drive or get a rideshare to, but if you don't want to deal with the traffic or purchase a rideshare to and from said location, there are other ways to get those groceries to you without you having to leave the comfort of your resort. For example, Kroger Delivery has just started up in the Orlando area. Kroger may not have stores in the area, but they do have a large fulfillment center, so you can get their groceries delivered to your hotel super easy. Ordering with Kroger Delivery through their app isn't like the Instacart app because Kroger employees are paid to pack your order and deliver it, so you don't have to worry about budgeting for a tip. In fact, the app won't even let you do that. You do, however, still need to budget for that delivery fee, which will be about $10. Kroger Deliver can be a great way to not only get food and snacks and drinks, but also last-minute essentials that you might have run out of, like baby supplies, Ziploc baggies, sunscreen, lotion, etc. And get this, if you aren't already using the Kroger app for deliveries, new customers can get $15 off each of their first 3 orders, a total of $45 worth of savings. So just like any grocery delivery service, it'll still take some time for Kroger to get to your resort to drop your stuff off over at Bell Services. So if you need something ASAP, like within 2 minutes, you may still want to check out your hotel's gift shop for those immediate purchases. Yep, gift shop essentials tend to be more expensive, but you're paying for convenience there, which may be worth it depending on your situation. For those of you wondering how early you can start parking at Disney Springs each day, I've got your answer. Previously, Disney Springs parking garages opened at 10 a.m. each day, but starting October 1st, the orange and lime parking garages, as well as the watermelon and mango parking lots, now open 9 a.m. on the dot. Additionally, the secondary access from the orange garage is now open. Normally, the orange garage leads you directly to AMC Theater, but with the secondary access now available, you can also exit out next to Splitsville and Everglazed instead. You may know about most, or at least some, of the character meet and greet locations around each of the parks, but I bet you maybe haven't heard of this one. If you're a Disney Visa card holder, there's an exclusive meet and greet location that's been made just for you. You can find this spot hidden inside Epcot near the Journey into Imagination Pavilion. What you want to do is walk to the left-hand side of the pavilion if you're facing it, and head past the Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival. See the sign above the glass door screaming, "Photo Spot"? That's where you'll go in. Head inside and you'll get the chance to meet some of your favorite Disney characters with basically no wait. In the past, we've spotted Minnie and Pluto, Goofy, and Mickey here, but the characters rotate out often so you never know who you might find. To access this secret area, you'll need to present a valid Disney Visa card to enter, so don't accidentally leave it back in the hotel room. And keep in mind that the hours for this photo spot can be limited, so be sure to check on those hours ahead of your visit so you don't miss your window of opportunity. Oh, and I almost forgot to tell you about the best part. The character photos you take here are free to download, so you don't even have to purchase Memory Maker or individual PhotoPass photos to keep them forever. Okay, so maybe this point is less of one that I just figured out and more of one that I need to actually remember to continuously do so I don't wind up kicking myself when I forget. For most airlines, you'll be able to check into your flight 24 hours early via your airline's app before you board your flight. Now, there are a few key reasons why you'll want to remember to do this. In some cases, this is the time where you'll be able to pick your seat. In other cases, an earlier check-in means an earlier boarding time. And of course, checking in early through your phone means you don't have to worry about all the hassle of checking in once you arrive at the airport. But if you're busy enjoying your last Disney day, you might wind up forgetting about your flight check-in altogether. Or maybe you're just blocking it out because you don't want to think about going home. So be sure to set an alarm on your phone or set up push notifications from your airline's app ahead of your trip so you'll be reminded when to check in for your flight, even if it accidentally slips your mind. Breakfast tacos are a serious thing. So why are breakfast tacos popping up everywhere in Disney World? The better question is, why wouldn't they be? You can never have too many potato barrels after all. Once upon a time, the only place you could find breakfast tacos was over at Woody's Lunchbox, but now you can find breakfast tacos at Kusafiri Coffee Shop and Bakery in Animal Kingdom, Contempo Cafe at Contemporary Resort, the Artist Palette at Saratoga Springs, and all of the Value Resort food courts, plus the moderate hotel food courts over at Port Orleans French Quarter in Riverside, too. These loaded taco bowls can vary by location, but often they'll include potato barrels, or which are tater tots, topped with scrambled eggs, cheddar, sausage, gravy, and bacon. They're fairly inexpensive, super filling, and a popular choice for kids and adults. How about a pool bar crawl? Yep, it's a thing. Get this, you can participate in pool bar crawls whether you're a guest at one of these Disney World resorts or not. True story. Sure, not all pool bars will be open for non-resort guests, but many of them are. So here are just a few of our favorite pool bars that are available for all guests to enjoy whether they're staying at the hotel or not. The Barefoot Pool Bar at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, so if you're looking for more of a tiki or beachy vibe, the Barefoot Pool Bar is the pool bar for you. Here we recommend the Voyager drink made with rum, cream of coconut, pineapple juice, Dole Whip, and blue curacao. And we recommend it because we actually helped create it. That's something that we wanted to make a drinkable version of the Kakamora float over at Aloha Isle, if you remember that a long time ago. And so we helped create this, and then they actually put it on the menu. But you can also get fan favorite cocktails too, like mango margaritas and other tropical drinks. Now for food, you might want to pick up an order of the fried wonton chips, black pepper Parmesan chicken wings, and or the grilled chicken avocado wrap. Next one we love to hit up is Bar Riva at Disney's Riviera Resort. This is a European Mediterranean bar and eatery that provides light and tasty bites like the burrata salad, the vegetable skewers, and the baked brie. We like coming here for food as much as the drinks. In fact, some of their non-alcoholic options are my most favorite ones of all, like the Mediterranean mint lemonade, which is sweetened with just enough honey to not be overpoweringly sugary. Then there's Hurricane Hannah's Waterside Bar and Grill at Disney's Beach Club Resort. This has a lovely view of both Crescent Lake and the greatest Disney hotel pool of all time, Stormalong Bay. Don't fight me, y'all know it's true. And that Storm Chaser cocktail makes it worth a visit to Hurricane Hannah's alone. That drink is huge, made with vodka, rum, blue curacao, sweet and sour, and Sprite, plus 2 little lemons to give it that signature Mickey Mouse vibe. Now don't worry, kids. You're gonna love this place too. During our last visit, all the kids' meals served here were served inside a sand pail, which you can play with over at the Stormalong Bay pool once you're finished eating, if you're staying at Yacht and Beach Club.
Now, if you really want to go to an underrated Disney World pool bar, then you need to pull up a chair over at Geyser Point Bar and Grill in Wilderness Lodge. This place has a table service lounge and a quick service walk-up counter where 2 different menus are served. At the lounge, the shrimp on a wire is where it's at. Follow that up with a bison cheeseburger and a flight of margaritas. That's right, I said flight. There's 4 margarita flavors total, and it changes up seasonally. And you've got yourself a relaxing meal out by the water that'll give you that slice of peace you desperately need in the middle of a chaotic trip.
Now, this next tip is going to be very, very useful for a lot of you in 2024. You know how the Disney dining plan is coming back on January 9th, 2024. It's not quite the same as it was before, though. Back when the Disney dining plan was available before the 2020 closures took place, you weren't able to use snack or dining credits on any of the Disney lounges. But that's no longer going to be the case because it seems as if several lounges are now being added to this returning service. Disney finally woke up to the fact that everybody loves eating at the lounges. Disney lounges like Tambu Lounge and Polynesian Village Resort, No Bad Lounge in Disney's Animal Kingdom, and Enchanted Rose at Grand Floridian Resort and Spa have become super popular places to grab a unique cocktail or a light bite, but many of them now also serve full meals, similar to the ones found at their table service counterparts, if they have one. And since most lounges don't require or accept dining reservations, most are walk-up only, they can be a great alternative to dining at table service restaurants when reservations get all snatched up too fast. And that's why many of these lounges are now going to be part of the Disney Dining Plan fam. Before you get too excited about that, though, just keep in mind that not all lounges and bars will be participating in the dining plan when it returns. For example, Trader Sam's Grog Grotto at Polynesian Village Resort, not included. Neither will be the Space 220 Lounge in Epcot. But many others will be, including Dahlia Lounge at Grandestino Tower. It's so beautiful up there if you haven't been up there. Steakhouse 71 Lounge at Contemporary Resort, so yay, you can get that amazing burger. Territory Lounge at Wilderness Lodge and Scat Cats Club at Port Orleans French Quarter. Hello, beignets. Now, the number of credits required at each lounge is going to vary and appears to be dependent on which table service restaurant it's paired with. For instance, Citrico's Lounge at Grand Floridian, Hollywood Brown Derby Lounge at Hollywood Studios, and Cape Town Lounge at Animal Kingdom Lodge are going to require 2 table service credits instead of just 1, since they're each attached to a signature restaurant. Some lounges might even charge a quick service credit instead of a full table service credit if the menu is limited enough. But we won't know all the Disney Dining Plan lounge details until the Disney Dining Plan fully goes live. So for now, keep checking back with us and we'll make sure to keep you updated when we learn more. So anyone notice how incredibly expensive mini ears are getting lately? Like, they're very cute, but maybe not always $40+ cute, especially if you're A, not planning on wearing them again once your trip wraps up, and B, you're getting them for a younger kid who might accidentally chuck them off their head and out of their stroller when you're least expecting it. So, good thing there are cheaper alternatives out there. On the Amazon website, you can order mini ears for around $10, or you might even be able to find a 6-pack of them for $20. Will these be the highest quality ears? No, but are they going to still look super cute with your Disney bounding outfit and not wind up costing as much as a nice steak at Steakhouse 71? Yes. Big box stores like Walmart and Target also have mini ear headbands for sale in their accessories department for around the same price. You can find a whole lot of them in different styles and colors at the Walmarts right outside the Disney bubble. Or if you still want to grab yourself a pair of ears inside Disney World and maybe even have the chance to customize them, Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa will sometimes feature a unique activity over in the main lobby where you can make your own pair of mini ears for $8 to $10. That $2 difference is if you decide to add a bow or not. Again, these aren't like super high quality ears, but they are cheaper, great for kids, and give you the chance to wear a pair of ears that are completely one of a kind. Best of all, you don't have to be staying at the Grand Floridian to take part in these crafts. Just check the activities board inside the lobby to see when this crafting event might be taking place during your visit. Okay, we've got some free Magic Kingdom restaurant upgrades coming your way. Dining in Magic Kingdom can be super fun, but what makes it even better is finding a way to elevate the experience for free, which is why I'm about to fill you in on the best seats at some of the Magic Kingdom's best restaurants. First, let's talk about Columbia Harbor House, which is easily my favorite quick service location in all of Magic Kingdom, thanks to its hearty menu full of quality surf and turf. Unfortunately, because many others out there agree with me, this place can get packed, especially around peak lunch and dinner times. So, if you step into the dining room and feel like you're stepping into a sea of people with no table space available, try heading upstairs. While the downstairs dining room can be noisy and crowded, it's usually pretty chill and quiet upstairs with more tables available. And if you find a table by a window, then you've really hit the jackpot, because window seats at Columbia Harbor House aren't just great people watching spots, but if you can time your visit just right, you might be able to catch the Festival of Fantasy parade as it passes by. Now, is this a trick we just figured out in Disney World? No, we've been telling you to sit upstairs at Columbia Harbor House for a long time. But that Festival of Fantasy thing, that's awesome. At Skipper Canteen, each dining room can be a good time because the whole table service restaurant is completely themed around the classic Disney attraction, Jungle Cruise. However, if you want to have the best dining experience, you might not want to sit in the largest room, the crew mess hall. This dining hall is lively and bright and airy, and you won't feel cramped here, so it's definitely not a bad choice or anything.
But if you're looking for a more intimate setting, opt for one of the smaller parlors for a more calmed down and elegantly immersive experience, like the Jungle Room, which, according to Imagineering lore, was once the former family parlor of Dr. Albert Falls himself, or the SEA Room, which used to be the super secret bookshelf hidden meeting place for the Society of Explorers and Adventurers.
And at the Crystal Palace, you'll get to experience a buffet with character, giving you the chance to meet Pooh and Eeyore, Piglet, and Tigger during your table service meal. There's really not a bad seat in the house since the characters will come to your table no matter where you're seated, but there is one way to elevate this one, and it's to, again, sit by the window. If you get a table by the windows, you'll get to see a lovely view of Cinderella Castle while you dine, and once again, if you time your visit out right, you may even get to see the Festival of Fantasy parade from this restaurant too. When it comes to table service locations, you can always request a certain seat or table when you're checking in at the host stand, and the cast members will do their best to accommodate. However, there's no guarantee that they'll be able to fulfill the request. It never hurts to ask, but don't be upset if you don't get. There are some folks out there who love the journey and anticipation of a trip almost as much as the trip itself, and Disney knows that. That's why they've added a new countdown feature on the My Disney Experience app called the Disney Citizen Countdown Clock. This is accessible to all Disney World Resort guests with a hotel reservation. To find it, scroll down and locate your upcoming resort reservation on the home screen. When you tap on that reservation, the countdown clock should automatically appear. Okay, let's talk about discounted tickets. If you're a member of AAA, you might already know about buying discounted tickets to Disney World, but did you know you could also get discounted tickets for special events? For example, if you're a AAA member, you can save up to $30 per ticket for select dates of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party at Magic Kingdom. A ticket gets you entrance to the limited attendance event with low ride lines, exclusive entertainment, exclusive snacks, free snacks, and more. You can also save up to $25 per ticket for Disney World's newest holiday party, Jollywood Nights at Hollywood Studios. This is another limited attendance special event that'll have special entertainment, food, and Muppets. Now, you'll be able to track down these discounts on the AAA website. Just type in Disney World into the website's search engine and see what discounts you might have access to. I love this next tip. Dr. Pepper fans and Pepsi fans, I have good news and bad news. The bad news is that because of Disney's longstanding partnership with Coca-Cola, you're not going to find Dr. Pepper or Pepsi products in the Disney parks or resorts. The good news is that not all places inside the Disney bubble follow the Coke-only rule. So if you really need a Pepsi or Dr. Pepper fix, just swing on by the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin hotels. Swan and Dolphin are owned by Marriott, not Disney, and they don't have to play by the no DP rule, meaning you can pick up these sodas from their grab-and-go market, Fuel, located on the Dolphin side, whenever you'd like. Or remember how we talked about ordering groceries from Kroger Delivery earlier? That's another way to get some Pepsi or Dr. Pepper into your Disney World resort when you're in desperate need of that carbonated goodness. Or if you've got room in the trunk of your car, just bring a pack from home. I promise that smuggling Dr. Pepper into your Disney hotel room is not going to send you to Disney jail, even though it might feel a little bit illegal. Okay, you caught me. I'm back in Epcot for even more meet and greet tricks, but instead of these tricks just being for Disney Visa card holders, they are for everyone. Epcot has just been a bustle of character activity lately. Over in the Imagination Pavilion, where you're going to find Journey into Imagination with Figment, you can now meet the cute purple dragon-like creature himself inside ImageWorks. Figment's line can get long during the day, but he starts meeting guests right around when the park opens. So if you want to prioritize him, you might want to rope drop his line before all the other Figgy fans start entering the scene. When Journey of Water, inspired by Moana, opened up this October, Moana herself joined in on the fun with her very own meet and greet location right outside the immersive walkthrough experience. You can look on the My Disney Experience app to find out what times Moana is going to be hanging out around Journey of Water, since it may be a little different day to day. Just head to the wait times map, filter to Epcot, and then extend the drop-down menu to select the character option.
And Asha, Disney's newest character from the animated film Wish, she is also meeting and greeting guests over at the World Showcase Friendship Ambassador Gazebo. Asha comes out multiple times throughout the day, normally starting at around 9:30 a.m. and on until 4:15. But again, be sure to double check those times once you get to the park, just in case Epcot decides to switch things up on you, which they always will. And that's not all the new character meeting spots we're going to be seeing pop up in Epcot this year. Once Communicore Hall opens in the new Communicore Plaza, which will become the new heart of the Epcot festivals, it'll also be the location of a new Mickey and Friends meet and greet. We should be seeing Communicore Plaza and Hall opening very soon, but we'll keep you updated on the timeline, just in case things happen to get pushed back from that original December release date.
So I'm kind of cheating here because Disney deals aren't something I just figured out, but the deals that are offered on Disney World's special offers page do rotate out frequently with new promotions that I need to tell you about. So here are some recent discounts you might want to take advantage of if you're heading to the parks soon. With the Book Early, Save More discount, you could save up to 30% on a Disney World hotel room. You'll need to book by December 15th, 2023 in order to qualify, but if you do, you can save up to 30% on stays most nights from February 25th to March 24th. Or you can save up to 25% on stays most Sunday to Thursday nights from January 9th to February 22nd. The Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin hotels are also currently offering a special room discount for teachers, nurses, and first responders. These select guests can save up to 20% on stays, and Disney Plus subscribers can save up to 35% on rooms at certain Disney World hotels for stays on select nights through December 25th, 2023. Want to discover even more Disney discounts? Then be sure to check out our DFB Disney Discounts and Deals page, which we update regularly to keep you in the know about savings opportunities for not just Disney World vacations, but Disneyland vacations, Disney Cruise Line vacations, even Disney Aulani Hawaii vacations too. I'll drop the deals and discounts link down in the description for you. Okay, this is another one I've known for a while, but was just reminded of it thousandfold. If you're someone who's always wanted to take a solo trip to Disney, but thought maybe it'd be kind of weird to not go with a whole group of people, I'm here to tell you why it's not just okay to take a solo trip, but why it can actually be better. Reason number one, you get to take advantage of all the single rider lines. Single rider queues are available at certain Disney rides, including Test Track and Soarin', Rock and Roller Coaster and Smuggler's Run, and Expedition Everest. You may also get to skip a portion of the line at Space Mountain if you're a single rider. Just look out for the sign in the queue that gives you instructions on where to go. While single riders don't always guarantee a shorter wait, more often than not, they can cut it down significantly. Now, reason number two, you can stay at whatever hotel room you want to. If you're a party of one, it should be easier to find a hotel room that meets your personal needs. Availability becomes more scarce with larger parties at a way more expensive price point, but a single person could stay in any size room, whether it sleeps up to 2 or 12. And reason number three, you get to set the pace. The more people you travel with, the harder it is to please everybody. But when you take a solo vacation, the only person you gotta worry about having a good time is you. If you want to take on the parks at a nice and leisurely pace, you can do that. If you want to do the absolute most rides in one day, you can do that too. You call the shots, Captain, so make it count. Now, if you want to enjoy a nice beer or wine or cocktail while you're making your way around Disney World, then you're going to need to follow the drinking rules. First and foremost, cast members are trained to limit guests to no more than 2 alcoholic beverages per transaction at quick service locations, which also includes Epcot Festival booths. Of course, you will be able to get more than 2 drinks if you're ordering a drink flight, but if your party splits up to get items from different festival booths, you're not going to be able to grab drinks for a party of 3 or more on your own. You also can't take open containers out of the parks. Which parks? Any parks. So if you need to head on out, you're going to have to finish your drink or throw it away. But I'd recommend finishing it if you can, because that's a lot of money to waste. Oh, and this isn't a rule per se, but more of a word of warning. Most Disney cocktails are made as doubles, which is why the drinks on property may be priced higher than at your local bar. Just be sure to drink responsibly and keep yourself fed and hydrated so you don't wind up feeling miserable later on. Okay, did you pick up any new strategies for your upcoming Disney World trip? Good, because that's what we're here for. And we're not done with the new tips and tricks yet. Keep tuning back in to the DFB channel for more park hacks to come. And don't forget to pick up your free Disney World planning worksheets over at disneyfoodblog.com/disneyplans right now for even more park planning guidance. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.